Okay, so this is lesson 16, okay? So we're going to deal with inverse functions, okay? So let's just go ahead and jump in. So you guys, the symbol for inverse is that. So if the original is called f, the inverse is called like f to the negative first, okay? And here's what you do. Look, guys, if AB is point F, then you switch those. So BA is on the inverse. So that's how you find an inverse, okay? So look at that first problem. Find the domain. Well, guys, domain is x, right? So let's make a brace and list those x's. 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I would not do this. Look, 0 to 4 both with brackets. I need somebody to tell me why 0 to 4 with brackets is wrong. Yeah, it includes all those, like fractions and decimals, and I don't have any of those. So perfect explanation, sweetie. Good. The range is just a list of all the y's, which are 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8, like that. Okay? Now, let's do the inverse. So guys, 0, 0 is up above. Well, it's still going to be 0, 0. 1, 2 is going to go to 2, 1. 2, 4 is going to go to 4, 2. 3, 6 goes to 6, 3. And 4, 8 goes to 8, 4. So you just switch the x's and y's. Okay? And now they want the domain and range for the inverse. Well, the domain, look at the new table, guys. So the domain is just 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8 in braces. The range is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 in braces. Okay, everybody write D equals R equals like this. D to the negative first equals R to the negative first equals. Domain and range of the original, domain and range of the inverse. Somebody tell me what happened. Compare the domain and the range of the original to the domain and the range of the inverse. Talk to me, guys. Come on. They switch. They switch. Why did they switch? Well, I switched my x's and y's. That basically means I switched my domain and my range. Grab your pencil and do this. Draw an arrow from the domain to the range of the inverse, and then draw an arrow from the range of the original to the domain of the inverse. They will always be the same. Always. Okay? All right. Let's find f of 2. You guys, if they're saying f, they're talking about the original. So it's right there. So if x is 2, y is 4. So f of 2 is 4. The next one, they want you to look at the inverse. That's the pink table right there. The 2 is still an x, and your y is 1. That's it. Who says, I totally get this? This is easy. Yay. Okay. So not everything has an inverse. And in order to have an inverse, it has to be 1 to 1. Okay? So basically, draw an arrow to this 1 to 1 and tell yourself no y values repeat. When is it that no x values repeat? What's that called? If it's a function. 1 to 1, you look at the y values. Okay, so everybody look at that original equation. Is it 1 to 1? That's the question, or the original table. Look at the y's. Do they repeat? No. Is it 1 to 1? Everybody in the room tell me. It is, yes, because none of them repeat. Okay? Okay, to decide if something's 1 to 1, you do a horizontal line test. To decide if something's a function, you do what kind of line test? Talk to me, guys. A vertical. Well, this guy's going to look like this. Okay? So just take your pencil, and I want you to actually draw the line in exactly the same place I do, which is right there. Everybody in the room tell me, is that graph 1 to 1? No. Easy. Like literally you're done with the problem. But I want to add just a little bit. Put a dot here and put a dot here. So the ordered pair of the dot on the right is positive 2, positive 4. The ordered pair of the dot on the left is negative 2, positive 4. Here's why the horizontal line test works. What do you notice about those values? The y's are the same. Well, the y's can't be the same. So if it hits twice, the y's are the same, makes it a no. Who says I get that? That's easy. Okay, good. Look at question B. Horizontal line test. Everybody in the room tell me, yes or no? Yes. It's only going to hit it once. Done. Look at question C. Now, I don't have a graph. Does anybody know what this graph is going to kind of look like? Look at that biggest exponent. It's a 4. A fourth has an end behavior or the shape of a parabola. It might have a little bit of waving in the middle. It might not. Who cares? Because it fails. I just hit it twice. So is this 1 to 1? No, and I'm done. Who says I'm good? Raise your hand. Okay. Good. If things are really inverses, look what you do, guys. You take the original and you take the inverse and plug it in for x into it. And then you go the other way. You take the original and plug it into the inverse. So if you plug them into each other and you get an x, then it works out. Okay, so everybody go like this. Draw it and cut it in half. And everybody go f of g of x. And then on the other side, go g of f of x. Now listen, it says show. So if it says show, then it's going to work, right? So this is supposed to be equal to x, and this is supposed to be equal to x. Because if they really are inverses, you're going to get an x. Now you can't fake it. You can't write just a bunch of nothing in there. It has to really be the work that matches, and I'll look, but I know it's going to be an x, right? Okay, everybody do this together. This is review. Take your g of x and replace it with what g of x is. So I'm finding f of 7x plus 4. Then I go into this yellow f of x, and right there where I see an x I put in, tell me guys, 7x plus 4. So now I have 7x plus 4 minus 4 over 7. Write a note to yourself. Put a little asterisk right here. And write down, take one step at a time. One step at a time. And I'm going to tell you why in just a second. Okay? Look at what I've got right here. Can the 7 on the top cancel with the 7 on the bottom? Tell me. You guys, you better know the answer to this question. I got like 3 people talking to me. Look at the problem. Can I cancel my 7s? Tell me. I cannot. Why not? It's rude. Who's it rude to? The 4s. Look at those 4s. You can't. You got 4 people here, guys. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't use these 2 and exclude those 2. It's rude. You cannot do the 7s. But what can you do? The 4s. Yes. So negative 4 and a positive 4 cancel. So you have 7x over 7. Can I cancel the 7s now? Yes, because how many people do I have in that picture? Guys, talk to me. 2 people. 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom. 7 goes into both. I'm totally good. And I get my x. Everybody look right here. This is why you have to take one step at a time. Look at this. Think of you being the teacher. What if someone did this? Cross it out, cross it out, cross it out, cross it out. No other work. And then they just got, yay, it's an x. I don't know if they cross the 7s first or the 4s. Because you can't cross the 7s first. It has to be the 4s. So that's why you have to take one step at a time so that I know that you know how to cancel that correctly. Who says I understand what you just said? Okay, great. Okay, let's do the next one. Take this f of x and replace it with what f of x is. So that's x minus 4 over 7. Now go into this green g of x. Right there where you see an x, put in x minus 4 over 7. So everybody go 7, parenthesis, x minus 4 over 7 plus 4. Everybody in the room tell me, can I cancel my 4s right now? Yes or no? No, but what can I cancel? My 7s. Yep, that one's free and that one's free. So now I have x minus 4 plus 4. X minus 4 plus 4 gives me x, and I'm good. You really have to know the rules for canceling, okay? You really have to know that if you have x plus 2 over 2, look, guys, is that equal to x plus 1? Is x plus 2 over 2 equal to x plus 1? Everybody in the room tell me. No. It is not. I cannot cancel those 2's. It's rude. If this was a 2, then could I cancel? Yes or no? Come on, you guys, you're killing me. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Okay, you have to talk to me or else I don't know that you're good. Okay. Okay, show that they're inverses of each other. So this is f of f inverse of x. This guy is f inverse of f of x. It says show. So I know I better get an x over here, and I know I better get an x over here. Okay, see that f inverse? Replace it. So everybody go 5x plus 7. Go into the f of x, which is here. Right there where you see an x, put in 5x plus 7. So it's 5x plus 7 minus 7 over 5. There are about 25 people in this room. I better have 25 voices coming at me right now. Okay? Can I cancel my 5's? No. Why not? It's rude to the 7's. What can I do? 7's. So everybody go 5x over 5. Can I cancel my 5's now? Because there are 2 people, and I included everybody. So those go away. I get my x, and I'm good. Who says I understand that? Okay, let's do the next one. Take that f of x and replace it with what f of x is, which is x minus 7 over 5. Go into the inverse and replace your x with x minus 7 over 5. So it's going to look like that. Do I cancel my 7's or do I cancel my 5's? Talk to me. 5. The 5. So those go away. Then I have x minus 7 plus 7. 7's goes away. My answer is x, and I'm done. Guess what? The lesson's over. It didn't take an hour. It took something very short. Who says I totally feel good about this? I get it. I'm good. Okay, great. Okay, let me stop this recording if I have one.